Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha has called for an upward review of the budgetary ceiling for the health sector in a bid to facilitate achievement of key 4 health priority areas under the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. The areas under focus are health commodities, security, health financing, human resources for health and integrated health management information system. The health boss, who appeared before the National Assembly Committee on Health, said the ministry received only 121.9 billion shillings against the required 309.4 billion in the financial year 2023-2024, resulting in a funding gap of 187.5 billion. Gloria Milimu reports.
Dr. Robert Fukose.
Speaking during a briefing on policy programs and expenditure ceilings of the State Department of Medical Services, Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha told the National Assembly Committee on Health that the department is underfunded.
For instance, the operationalization of the Primary Healthcare Fund, which is fully publicly financed, is not funded in the sector ceiling, while the Emergency, Chronic and Critical Illness Fund has only been allocated 500 million for life fund.
The overall funding gap to the State Department is Kenya shillings 131.9 billion.
Also, the ministry raised concerns over the funding of salary budgets in semi-autonomous government agencies, particularly in referral hospitals and the new established specialized hospitals.
Continued use of large percentage of internally generated revenues to pay salaries has affected ability to provide quality services to patients.
It becomes again very difficult to convince Parliament to add PE for people who are full-time employees in the public sector but seem to be working full-time in the private sector.
Similarly, the ministry lamented that it had been allocated only $500 million against the required 2.5 billion shillings in order to meet the Abuja declaration that requires African Union countries to allocate at least 15% of their budget each year to the health sector. Nakumicha was also at pains to explain why the national government had seemingly taken over county roles on matters community health promoters.
Is the structure for payment for community health promoters stipends, and how at the ministry level we will be ensuring that there is value for money, for the money that we are releasing, because these community health promoters are under county governments. And also the question of accountability, because this is supposed to be a conditional fund, conditional to the counterpart funding being released.
The committee demanded to know why the ministry had taken up roles to replenish the community health volunteers' kits for the next 3 years, as opposed to using the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA.
We want to know which are these, which supplies are you replenishing, and what is the cost, and why we cannot procure those commodities through KEMSA.
Going through the public procurement at KEMSA would have taken time for us to achieve and commence and launch the Community Health Promoters Program, which we had a target to ensure that we launched by October.
The committee is expected to prepare a report and submit it to the Budget and Appropriations Committee within 7 days after concluding its meeting with a team from the Ministry of Health. Gloria Milimu, KTN News.
Let's talk about the AU top position. Now, is Raila Odinga